Welcome to Built by a Boss. I'm your host, Evolyn Brooks, journalist, award-winning producer, author, founder of the Evolyn Brooks Company and In My Solitude, LA. On this podcast, you'll hear unique origin stories and growth strategies from successful female founders and entrepreneurs. Today, 7 insights from 7 powerful women on what it means to be a boss from the inside out. We all know what people say a boss is supposed to look like, but how is a boss supposed to lead? Lesson number 1 from roboticist Dr. Ayanna Howard.
A boss is someone who leads by example through her life and through what she represents. But a boss is someone who also empowers others to be leaders themselves.
Lesson number 2 comes from cannabis entrepreneur Amber Center. She says, create what you want to see and be accountable to yourself.
A boss is someone that's really owning their shit. And when I say owning it, I don't mean like, oh, you own your own company. I mean, you are owning your life. You truly believe that you can create the world that you live in. And I think that's real boss shit. When you know and understand that you can do whatever you want to do and you take steps to make it so.
Actress and author Tina Lifford drops our 3rd truth bomb. We've got to work on our inner self, she says, if we truly want to be transformational leaders.
My definition of a boss is a person who cares enough about self, team, and success to do the personal work that allows me to be the most transformational leader that I can be. So that the first rung of business for me is to make sure that my business is handled. My inner business is handled so that I can show up and in the way in which I'm being, be a space and create a space where other people can bring their innate creativity, resilience, empowered to choose their, whole and worthiness to the space. And that we can do this thing called work together, which is not always easy, but we can do it consciously. And we can do it purposefully.
Lesson number 4 from sexologist Dr. Sanjaya. Self-care is more than a good massage or the big O. A true boss takes care of themselves and ensures that they are safe.
So a boss is someone who really understands that they need to treat themselves right. And when I say that, that means like I do this thing, Big Sanjaya and Little Sanjaya. So, sometimes Big Sanjaya just says yes to stuff and just doesn't, but she has to check in with Little Sanjaya. Someone's got to take care of Sanjaya. So the way my brain works, I had to separate myself into 2 people. So Big Sanjaya takes care of Little Sanjaya. So a boss takes care of herself. A boss doesn't need anybody to take care of her. And a boss always feels safe and secure because she knows she always has her own back. She's never going to let anything happen to her that's untoward. She's never going to be a victim, always going to be a survivor. And when she has these dreams and these visions and this, what I call this imagination, this vision of what she can accomplish, how she can reach her potential, she follows that path that nobody else has ever embarked on.
Lesson number 5 comes from celebrity publicist Gwendolyn Quinn. A boss is someone with a passion and a bigger purpose.
Someone who is confident, someone who is kind, someone who is generous, someone who is smart, someone who is a believer, someone who loves, someone who is friendly, and purpose. Someone who has a bigger purpose than themselves. That's really important. And I see that more so when I work with celebrities. I've been fortunate because all of the celebrities that I work with, they have always had a bigger purpose than themselves. And I think that keeps them grounded. So I think, purpose is definitely higher on the list.
Lesson number 6 from financial behaviorist Jacquette Timmons. Be comfortable with who you are. period.
My definition of a boss is discovering how you want to do your business, doing it that way. And it's almost like feeling comfortable in your own skin, doing it that way and not feeling like because somebody else may be doing it differently and may or may not be making more, that you need to shift. So I think it is being, just as I would say, on a personal level, I find anyway, people that are really comfortable in their skin and you can tell who they are, really attractive. I think bosses are people that are really comfortable in their message of their business, the mission of their business, and the way that they have chosen their business model, their sales process, their pricing strategies, the ways that they have chosen to actually put that out into the world.
And lesson number 7 from Maisha Dellinger, beauty mogul and CEO of Curls Inc. You are responsible for your own happiness.
I think a boss is someone who takes charge of their life, their circumstances, and their happiness. Whatever that may look like for that person is individualized, but if you're taking charge of your life, your happiness, and your circumstances, then you're a boss. 100.
100.
And that's it, my friends, for this episode of Built by a Boss. If you're new to the show, like this podcast, and found it valuable, please consider leaving a 5-star review and a comment. It really helps other listeners find us. Follow us at Built by a Boss on Instagram. Also, visit me at the Evolyn Brooks Company for all things production and experiential, and check out my well-being platform, In My Solitude LA, for Slow Flow Yoga Sunday, a virtual class designed to help you decompress and set positive intentions for your week ahead. As always, thanks for listening. I'm Evolyn Brooks. Until next time, be kind, be brave, be better, be a boss.